I've been to Afghanistan a number of times during this conflict, beginning part, middle part, and was just there last year. And I've concluded that the folks on the front lines know more about foreign policy than those of us in Washington, and many times the generals. They have a good sense of things. They know the situation. They go into an area, and I was on the border of Afghanistan and Pakistan, which is the epicenter of terror. This is where folks are trained to go kill Americans, right there. And I talked to them when I was there. I didn't talk to the generals. I talked to the rank and file, the special forces people, our bravest troops. And I learned from them that killing more of them than they kill of us does not win the war. Because this is a fight for the hearts and minds of people. Afghans don't trust us. We saw what happened in 1989, and what is referred to as Charlie Wilson's War. We helped the Taliban kick the Russians out of Afghanistan with all of their might. The Russians left with their tails between their legs. And then we left. And the Taliban said, and the rest of the Afghan people said, can Americans be trusted? Now we find ourselves being attacked by members of the Al-Qaeda, 2001, 9/11. They were trained there. They came to the United States to kill not only Americans, but anybody. Anybody who was in the way. You could have been visiting from another country. These are the real infidels, I believe, those who kill people for no reason whatsoever. These are the infidels. And I tell my Muslim brothers that. Don't forget that, please. And I personally feel that this was the same excuse, and this is the same rationale we used in Iraq. Don't give them timetables. We are telegraphing. The soldiers on the front line don't worry about timetables. They worry about doing their job and having the resources to do it, which we did not give our troops in Iraq in the first place. Second place, it was, on afterthought, a mistake to be there, since there were no Al-Qaeda in Iraq at that time. Remember, they're the ones that attacked us. We should have been concentrating on Afghanistan for these 8 years, not in Iraq. But having said that, I don't believe there's anything wrong for the President of the United States to say why he campaigned and after he was elected, when he took the oath, that we must have some semblance of reason and schedule in order for us to see what we're doing and what we're not doing, how we're succeeding or how we're not succeeding. So I believe the President. He's kept his promise in Iraq. We're less than 50,000 combat troops there right now. He's going to keep his promise on Afghanistan. People say, well, there's not enough time to train. There'll never be enough time. There's no guarantees when we leave anyway. If we leave 5 years from now, 5 minutes from now, there's no guarantees. So I think a gradual withdrawal after next summer, 2011, is the course to go. And we will have a lot of work to do between now and then. And our bravest are there, as they were in Iraq. And we're going to, in every manner, shape, or form, fulfill the responsibilities we have to the American people. We cannot leave tomorrow morning, but we certainly can do everything we can to leave by next summer, at least the combat forces.
And why is that not a timetable
I'm saying that we must have some kind of a schedule. We cannot simply have an open-ended war.
But I thought you said that you don't want to telegraph the withdrawal to your enemies because then they just...
No, I say why you don't want to telegraph the withdrawal to your enemies. They don't know what's coming. They don't know what any specific kind of surge is going to entail. They don't know what weaponry. They don't know how many drones that we have in Pakistan. They don't know what our strategy is in the field. So they may know that, well, they're only going to be here for a year and a half, so let's outwait. Well, they're not trying to wait it out. They're attacking us. Now, if a year from now they're attacking us, be assured we're not just going to pack up and leave. We're not going to do that. But I think it's not disingenuous. I don't think it is disingenuous to say that we're giving ourselves a year to make sure that the Afghans can defend themselves. And during that period of time, there's going to be negotiations going on with the Taliban. Those parts of the Taliban that are tired of fighting also. This country has been in turmoil for how many years? So I'm very confident that the year makes sense, and I'm very confident that our combat will stop at the end of next summer.